October 2nd, 2012, I was in a car accident. They had thought that my collarbone was broken, so they did a chest x-ray and found a shadow. When they removed the mass, they didn't know if I was going to live or not. They told me that I needed to tell everyone to go to the hospital. Sorry. My last chemo was February 12th, 2013, and I'm almost 2 years off chemo now. I'm in remission.
I'm Cal Breed, glass artist in Fort Payne, Alabama.
We had gotten an email saying that there was a possibility of working with a glass blower, and I've always wanted to do like a glass blowing or whatever. The first room is a huge art studio.
I told her not to worry about what hit the floor because we were going to break a lot of glass for a little while.
It just felt like he was one of us. Like, he was really nice and laughing and helped me a lot with getting into something that I have no idea about.
She had this idea of this flower, and her idea was that this piece would kind of represent all the people that have kind of upheld her.
It just kind of popped in my head, and I scribbled it down, and when we got there, everybody loved it. The base of it is purple because that's my cancer color, and the three arms of it represent friends, family, and God, and the petals are all colors possible, really, to represent all of the different cancers, so that everybody is incorporated, because I don't want anybody to be left out.
So that was a huge challenge when you came up with that idea and you got this great drawing, but we were able to make it the first time we tried. And so she told me a story one time about a butterfly that she saw in the ocean that was getting, I guess, pummeled by the waves, and she wanted to rescue it. When it looked like it had no hope, she wanted to bring it back to life, and she was able to care for it, and it came back to life. You know, it flew away, and that was just really special because so much about her and her experiences are about hope. What she's maybe not seeing as much is how much people are gathering that hope from her and seeing her in that experience. And so I wanted this sculptural kind of log, this hollowness that, you know, the vessel and spirit and just all those that are around her that gather hope from her.
I don't really have a favorite part. It was just all really awesome, and being able to work with him was like an honor. I was so excited.
I mean, looking back in one way, you know, you see that this young person that's been dealt this really adult hard thing. It's a very hard thing to deal with, and I wanted her to have this enjoyment, this of the experience of making a really awesome piece of sculptural glass that takes years and years to learn how to do. Well, just consider me your pencil, you know, just show me your idea and let's work that out.
Mary had emailed me and approached me to be an artist as part of aTeam. aTeam has an approach not only to serve the children, but really to meet the needs of the family overall.
She's pretty cool and nice, and I like her art.
So my patient artist is Angel, and we met for coffee with her mama one day in Tuscaloosa. When we were talking about what kinds of paints we would use and what types of colors, I tend to be very muted in my palette, and Angel was pulling out these vibrant turquoises and magenta and violet purples, which put me way out of my comfort zone.
I wanted it to look like a galaxy, and black's my favorite color.
So as Angel and I started painting, we had talked about doing a larger piece and incorporating some of the quotes that she really loved from her favorite book, The Fault in Our Stars. And so we talked about, you know, what that meaning sort of means for her, and so this piece came from that. And so just as we were about to leave, she said, oh, I want to show you this other cool technique that I learned.
I was just showing her something I used to do.
And I was a little apprehensive. I didn't know how it would turn out. Folds it over, opens it up, and everyone in the room was like, oh, wow.
Saying how much money people pay for that.
As resilient as we all say that children are, I don't know that we can really imagine what it's like to go through something that is such an unknown. And I was really impressed by, and it impacted me so much that both Angel and her mom, who's incredible, saw it as that opportunity. But what an incredible testimony to their character that she's been able to see this as a chance to impact the lives of other people while she herself is struggling through something really difficult.
I was falling asleep in class a lot, so I went to the hospital and I found out I was diagnosed with cancer. I think I was diagnosed on September 9th, 2013. Well, I was taking chemo at Children's Hospital. First I was scared, but later I wasn't anymore.
Oh, he's such a great guy. I mean, just a young man. He really just took to it. I thought he's not going to want to paint with a knife because it's a little different.
She's fun and she's cool with paintings. Like, we had a lot of fun. And so we just sat there and painted.
Seeing how his eyes would light up when he would talk about baseball, I just knew, like, I just wanted to incorporate some part of that within my floral painting. So I have some baseball flowers in there, kind of incorporated in it, just to go along with, just kind of as a tribute to him.
One moment when I was in the hospital, I was in a room and I looked out the window and see fireworks coming from Regents Field. So that's why I wanted to paint a baseball picture.
And he named it Angel in the outfield, which we were going to paint an A on the baseball, but instead this represented kind of that for him. One thing was I do paint a cross in each piece. I paint, and sometimes you can see it really well and sometimes it's kind of in the background. And so he wanted to also paint that into his piece.
I painted a cross behind the baseball for a sign of Jesus and God.
I don't know, he said he really loved it, so I had gotten the material, so he was able to take like a couple of knives and some paint and a canvas or something so he could, you know, try to do that.
I think I'll do paint in the future.
We found out about aTeam when they were bringing food up to the hospital, and it's really hard to get good food up there. When I met Amy, we met at her house, and I was really nervous. And she was really nice, and she had a lot of artwork hung up on the walls, and it was really good.
I told her later, I think the best way to describe her is like an understated awesome. It's kind of a secret, and then I think once she knows you better or is more comfortable, she opens up.
I was really intimidated. She was really nice, and she liked a lot of the same music that I did, and we would listen to music while we painted.
She's got a great sense of humor, and she told me she liked to listen to Queen. So we put on some Queen on Pandora.
She taught me that a little bit of paint goes a long way, a lot more than I thought. And the mixing colors, it was really hard to get like the right color, and that took a lot of time.
It was fun to watch her confidence emerge the more time we spent together as she started to see what she was creating. She just lit up, and that was really exciting.
I liked the fact that it was really laid back, and it wasn't like I will get in trouble if I mess up.
time with Shelby and working with aTeam just reminded me of my Swan series and the hope, this titled Hope on the Horizon. And it's kind of like that light at the end of the tunnel. It's, you know, be strong and courageous, and, you know, the light will break through the darkness. And I know with that with Shelby, you know, she was really, I think, proud of what she was able to do. And a couple times she'd look over her shoulder and she'd tell her mom, "You're gonna want this, aren't you?" And her mom would say, "Yeah," you know.
I really haven't painted with many guys. Like, I paint with a lot of girls, so we're always doing like girly art and like just like fun, like cupcakes and flowers. And so when I saw Calvin, I was like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna paint?
When I walked in with all the honey bears, that was like very interesting. And music has always been like, it's like my big thing. Music has always made me just happier. It's always got me through like bad times.
We put his favorite band on, Fun. He started to like open up when we were listening to the music. He was telling me his interest, and he is in band this year, jazz band. And so he's been really into the guitar. His mom says he plays nonstop at home.
I thought it was really fun painting. Like I thought it was kind of going to be like bored. And then I realized like what we were going to be painting. It was like, okay, I want to do this. I really want to do this. Come on, let's get it. And like as it like turned out to be like actually looking good, like I didn't expect it to be looking good actually. I was like, this is fun. This is awesome. Painting's not as hard as I thought it would be.
When we were painting, we were thinking, oh, it would really be cool if you had a guitar that was painted. I guess like we kind of let the music inspire his piece, and so I was just trying to let my surroundings inspire my piece. You know, it was fun watching him. We made the frame and we, put the strings on the guitar, and he's hammering to the music and just no cares. So. Art being my career, sometimes it's like this, tedious thing that I have to do. And so when I get to paint with my special artist, it's just very relaxing and very therapeutic for me, hopefully as much as it is for them.
I was diagnosed when I was 11 with osteosarcoma, which is a bone cancer. I was in remission for about 1.5 years until February of 2014, and we found out that it came back in my lungs. So then I did 2 surgeries to remove, there was like 2 spots in my left lung, I think, and 4 in my right. So I did 2 surgeries to remove that, and now I'm in remission, and my next doctor's appointment is this month. And we're just gonna see what they say.
Growing up, when I was 10 and my brother was 9, he was diagnosed with lymphoblastic lymphoma, stage 4. What they're doing, I've experienced because I've been that family. So it was a neat opportunity. It just felt like a good fit.
She's really, really fun. She's kind of like quirky and like really, really funny, and she makes all these like cool jokes.
Allie is just like a bundle of joy. When I met her, we immediately wanted to start braiding each other's hair. You know what I mean? We just fell in love right then.
I had never painted watercolors either. So we started off, she started showing me how to use the brushes and how to mix the colors right. She kind of showed me how to draw the picture first and how to use a pencil really light.
I read on her profile before I met her, she loved to sing, she loves fashion, and I love butterflies. And I immediately thought, oh, I hope she draws a butterfly. I hope she wants to do a butterfly.
When I was sick, my godmother actually sent me some balloons. They were butterfly balloons. And it just made me feel better. And so then people just started sending me stuff with butterflies on it, and it kind of became my thing. And a butterfly kind of symbols restoration and healing, and so it's paint a butterfly.
you can give them the opportunity to just escape from all of that and use their imagination to just create whatever they want and something fun, just to open up that mind and get away from the drudgery of what they're going through every day.